It's getting cold outside. That means it's time to start shopping for some summer stuff. And for outdoor stuff goes, I can't think of a better example than something I think the Army might have gotten right. The U.S. Army OCP Hot Weather Uniform. Let's go. Some people call it the jungle uniform or the summer uniform. If you want to see a video covering the $5+ billion we spent changing uniforms over the last 20+ years, that's going to be linked down in the description. So if you don't know about the OCP uniform, that is your operational camouflage pattern. Just a special Army term for, hey, we spent a whole bunch of money on something we think is going to work. So there you go. I came in the BDU or woodland days, and honestly, I never saw a problem with that, but hey, here we are. So let's talk about the main differences with this uniform. Obviously, you can tell right up front on the shoulders, instead of having that long zipper pocket, you still have the Velcro stuff, but they went back to buttons, at least on the pockets. So now you have a flap instead of a side zipper. Are buttons better than zippers? Well, a lot of that's personal preference. I'm personally happier with buttons because I can actually change those in the field if I want to. If one rips off, I have extras in my sewing kit and I can repair one. I cannot repair a zipper in the field or at all. It's the same on the left side. Now they do come with Velcro name tapes. I've since ripped mine off. I don't need them. And then coming down the front, we have the old school, good old button down or button up top. So instead of that crap zipper that never held, it was uncomfortable under a plate carrier or IBA, fell apart after a couple months, they went back to buttons. Once again, you can easily replace a button in the field. If you can replace a zipper, that's outstanding. Can you do it in the field pretty quickly? Probably not. And they even give you one extra button down there, but of course a good grunt always carries extra buttons in his sewing kit anyway. Now a major difference as soon as you put this uniform in your hand is it is a lot thinner and lighter, which means it's not as tough as the original OCP stuff, but that's okay because they put reinforcements in most of the usually worn places. So elbows, knees, the crotch is reinforced. So what they're trying to do here is instead of the combat shirt, where you pretty much have to wear that with a plate carrier because of the mesh material, you're not going to be low crawling through terrain like this or going through very rough brush. It's just going to get destroyed. So this uniform is to be worn stand alone. You can also wear it with a plate carrier, but it's supposed to be able to hold up to rough terrain just like all the military uniforms and be as breathable as possible. In my opinion, this top mimics the multicam tops that we got for Afghanistan for many reasons, but it is also pre-treated with permethrin. So they give you a tag telling you that. Now, there are debates on how many times you can wash and dry the clothing before that actually wears out. There are also debates on if permethrin actually works. Me personally, I never wanted to depend on the chemicals. I always just tried to cover everything as much as I could. That was usually my main defense. So another thing up here on the side is you have built-in miniature IR panels. How long do they last? Well, I've been washing and drying this uniform for going on 5 years now, and the IR panels still function fine. Of course, they give you your office guy pen things because grunts always use those. But I'll tell you a secret, this is what we used to do with the BDUs. You can actually slip your pen right down in there on top of the buttons. And I still do that to this day. The mixture on this is 50% nylon and 43% cotton. The reinforcement is 100% nylon. There are the percentages for the standard OCP uniform up there on the screen. The pants are the same ratio, but compared to the original BDUs and stuff, it's a lot less cotton, and that you're gonna lose a little bit of durability, but it helps more with it breathing. So you may notice a difference between my pants because I typically don't like to run around in the complete uniform. If I'm wearing jeans, I'm happy to use this top, and this has actually become my garden work top. So it's a lot more faded than the pants. Plus these have been kind of gilly washed. So this one has seen a lot more sun doing yard work and such. And the pants, I don't really wear uniform pants running around. I'm fine with jeans. But these have definitely been gilly washed for the terrain, and you might notice something. They went back to buttons for your pockets on the pants. And then we did have some ankle or lower leg side pockets. Okay, so you may notice that mine aren't down there. Well, where are they? Well, I did some good old Grunt Fieldcraft work. Actually, I didn't do it, but I never used the pockets down here, ever. They bugged me walking around in Garrison. I never wanted to put stuff down there when I was in the field because I'd be walking through water and whatever was in there would get soaked. So I never used them. So I noticed sitting down in vehicles, it's kind of hard to reach into your cargo pockets. I sent these pants to a badass seamstress and said, hey, I want these lower pockets cut off and I want them put up here. So now I took wasted pockets I never used and they're right here on the front. So if I'm in a vehicle, I can reach into pockets, I can store stuff right there. I like that. It even holds my big old tough phone right there on the front. And you can notice a little bit of reinforcement on the knees as well. All the pockets on the pants are buttons as well. They've got your back butt pockets, side cargo pockets, 2 buttons each. And then what I now call my smaller front pockets, 1 button each. However, on one of the side pockets, they give you an extra button right here to repair your pants if you need to. Outstanding. And your fly, all buttons. So in terms of cost, if you go find these now, they are not really surplus items because they have not been put out in an extreme surplus. So you're most likely going to buy them new. If you're a Joe, you could go on base to the clothing sales. You're probably going to spend about 50 bucks for the top, 50 bucks for the bottom. No big deal. Hopefully your unit issues them to you. Everybody else, you can also get these on the market. Just go to the proper website. That's who makes them. And here is the NSN number for you. So are they expensive? Yes, because as I said, they are not a surplus item yet. Give it maybe 5 to 10 years. These will be all over the place. You'll probably be able to get these for 10 bucks per item on eBay eventually. But I have noticed if you go look for these around the summertime, the prices will be jacked up. That's why I'm doing this video now. Thanks for joining me, Grunts. I'll see you in the next one. Out.